And so for me, this is one of the most powerful things that we can gain from NLP right off the bat, is that we're able to almost step back from our mental programming to be able to see and hear and all just experience step back and watch the way that we're experiencing the world, see the kind of typically invisible coding of the mind, so that we can do a couple of things. Number one, we can communicate more effectively with people because, not only do we have these unconscious programs governing the way that we communicate, the way that we behave, and the way that we emote, but so does everybody else that we ever come in contact with. And so when we can kind of see the invisible matrix that people are running in their minds that governs why they're responding the way that they're responding, we can communicate more effectively with them based on the way that they perceive the world. Not just communicating from the way that we rigidly have perceived the world, but to become more flexible in ourselves so that we can communicate more effectively with people so that they can understand us better. We can also expand our perspective of what's possible in terms of the different potentials of the way that we can perceive the world. So that beyond just perceiving the world the way that we perceive the world, we can expand the way that we perceive the world so we can really get this big picture, larger perception, larger perspective of all the possibilities and potentialities to choose from. So it gives us a lot more personal flexibility in terms of ourselves. We can also influence people more effectively because when we understand their model of the world, their matrix, their way of perceiving the world, and having a wider perspective and more control over our own states and our own behaviors, we can be much more flexible to influence people to have more choices, more possibilities, more potentialities in their lives because, whoever has the most perspective is going to have the biggest picture, is going to have the most influence if they can act upon that perspective.